Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see about transformational generative grammar. The term transformational generative grammar says that grammar gives both transformation as well as generative. That is, it is both transformational. It can change one sentence into many number of sentences, and also it is generative because it can generate own sentences. Now, transformation is an act of transforming one sentence into another. That is, it will transform from the deep structure into the surface structure. Now, transformational generative grammar was first introduced by Noam Chomsky in his book Syntactic Structures in 1957. According to Chomsky, grammar must satisfy the native speaker's intuition about the language. But for the structuralist, analysis is cutting a sentence into small pieces, whereas the transformationalist, it is a set of rules for framing sentences. Hence, transformational generative grammar is a sentence producing machine. Now, the concept of competence and performance is related to the grammarian's interest in what is linguistically possible. A teaching grammarian is interested in competence. Now, what is competence? Competence is the speaker's ability to understand and produce any number of sentences as and when the context requires, whereas the performance is what the speaker produces at a particular context. Chomsky made this theory based on Saussurian concept of lingua and parole. Grammar has a definite set of rules. Sentences are related to one another. For example, John loved Jane. Jane was loved by John. Now here the passive sentence is formed from the active one. This, according to the Chomsky, is a theory of transformation. Chomsky introduced the concept of basic or kernel sentences and transformation. A transformation is transforming one sentence into another. The first or the basic sentence is known as a kernel sentence, and the other is the transformation sentence. A basic or a kernel sentence is simple, assertive, declarative, and active in form. For example, kernel sentences are Ravi is playing cricket, I wrote a letter. Non-kernel sentences are is Ravi playing cricket? This is an interrogative sentence. Ravi is not playing cricket. This is a negative sentence. A letter was written by me. This is a passive sentence. All the non-kernel structures or complicated structures are derived from their kernel forms with the help of some transformations. To analyze sentence into kernel sentences and transforms, the concept of deep and surface structure is used. The surface structure is that which is more immediately obvious, and deep structure is that which takes into account of the transformation. For example, is he sleeping is a surface structure, and the deep structure of this sentence is he is sleeping. Now, when we see the transformational rules, TG grammar is a rule-based grammar. We have descriptive rules but not prescriptive. Some of the important transformational rules are as follow. For interrogative rule, we have this form, and for affix switch rule, we have this form. Here we have two examples involving the application of the rules for deriving the surface structure of the sentence from its kernel. Now, surface structure is he sleeping? That is kernel structure, that is a deep structure is he is sleeping, which is positive and which is in active voice. Now, when you analyze it, we understand that it can be even changed into other ways. Now, another sentence is the surface structure is have you seen that Taj? Now, the kernel sentence which has the deep structure is you have seen the Taj. And you can also analyze a sentence and change it into interrogative, and also affix can be switched. And the third is do support rule, where we add do. Now, for this we have an example. Surface structure is did John see her? The deep structure, that is the kernel sentence, is John saw her. When you analyze it, we can put it as John, and did John see her is past tense, so that can be an interrogative, and we can add do to here, where we can make it as did John see her, and we can affix the switch also here. And here, as a result of the interrogative rule, only the tense is placed outside the NP, as there is be or have or model attached to the tense. Now, the tense is a bound morpheme. It cannot stand alone. It must be attached to some verbal element. Therefore, do is supplied here to be attached to tense. This rule is called do support rule. It says support the tense with do when tense is followed by a non-verbal item. Then we have WH type question. In order to derive WH type questions, two more transformational rules are applied, and they are WH substitution and WH fronting. And the following are the examples will make it clear as how and in what order these rules are applied. Now the surface structure will be, why did you punish him? Now the kernel sentence will be, you punished him for some reason. And when you analyze it and we add WH, and then when you substitute it and when we change it into interrogative, this WH fronting, do support are all added, and we find that these changes are taking place in the deep structure. And then fourth, we have the negation rule. Negation rule is another of the important rules of transformation, and this rule applied is as follows. Here the surface structure will be I will not go, which is negative. So the deep structure will be I will go, and the others are as follow. And fifth one, we have the passivation rule. And here the surface structure is she was sent by him, where the deep kernel sentence is he saw her. This is how we do this TG grammar. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.